Hey folks, thanks for stopping by. Hey, if you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button down there. That'll help us out. And if you hadn't subscribed, we greatly appreciate it if you consider doing that as well. Now, here we go. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're in northwest Georgia, up in Cave Spring, Georgia. Looks like a pretty cool little downtown area, so we're gonna walk around, show you what it has to offer. Check out some of the shops and some of the attractions here in Cave Spring, Georgia. So here we go. You know something I noticed here in Cave Spring? They got a sign too. Sip and Stroll, Cave Spring, Georgia. Something else about Cave Spring, Pinhoti Trail goes right through it. That's pretty cool. We've hiked that trail several times, not the whole length, but sections of it, so that's pretty good. I had no idea. Looks like we got a gazebo right in the middle of town here. Got Lynn Marie's Steakhouse on the square. You need a steak. And you got Evergreen on Broad, which looks like a antique store. Right next to that, you got Antiques on the square. So, pretty cool. They got all kinds of stuff, all kinds of whimsical things put out in the yard. And it's just right here on Broad Street. There's a closer look at the gazebo. They got some sitting benches out there. Let's go over here and check this out. I see something else that looks pretty interesting. Looks like they got a memorial here for all the different wars. The Iraq War, War in Afghanistan, Desert Shield, Desert Storm, World War I, World War II, Pearl Harbor, Korean War. I know my dad was in that. He got drafted in the Korean War. And then you got the Vietnam War. He was over there also, so that's pretty neat here. Let's see if I can read the one in the middle here. Wind is blowing pretty good. Dedicated in honor of all the veterans of Cave Spring who served in the armed services of their country. That's pretty cool. Right here on the square in Cave Spring. Alright, something else cool here is the Van Cherokee Cabin. Right on the Trail of Tears, National Historic Trail. So it looks like they got bars across it. I don't know if you can go in it, don't look like, but we'll walk up here and take a look at it. Looks like a trading post. So pretty cool. Of course, they got a sign saying that they were sorry they had to lock the cabin due to theft and vandalism. They got a donation box attached to the door, so feel led to leave a donation. I'm sure that would help them out. And look, got some chickens. Looks like old Bantam roosters. Them thing is mean as a striped snake. Got a little trading going on in there. Yep. Van Cherokee Cabin. Right here in Cave Spring, Georgia. And then sitting right next to the cabin, you got a 1920 Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad caboose. And it's even painted red like they're supposed to be. Little information on the sign there. You can stop the video and read it. We'll go around here and take a look at it. And of course they got it locked up too, but still pretty cool. And this one is wood. Ain't no metal on that bad boy except for the undercarriage. Well, that's pretty neat. And then right across from the Van Cherokee Cabin, you got the Cave Spring Campground if you want to bring your RV. Stay here. And just a word of note, Cave Springs located right off 411. So, matter of fact, 411 goes right through town. Yeah, we've been through Cave Springs a couple times, but just never stopped. We've always been headed somewhere over this way in North Georgia. Cut up through Gadsden, Alabama, and cut over to through Center, Alabama, then just keep following 411 on up here, and it'll take you smack dab through the middle of Cave Spring and carry you on to Rome, Georgia. So it's a nice little stop, nice little downtown area. There's a lot of antique shops and stores and different type of things to see here. So yeah, it's a pretty cool little downtown. If you get a chance, come check it out. Roll on highway, roll on along, roll on mama till I get back home. That's just a little bonus footage for you there. So you watch that truck roll on through Cave Springs, Georgia. Yeah, here's the intersection. 411 and Georgia 53 turns left and heads to Rome. But you know, anytime you come to a downtown and they playing Hank Williams Jr., you sure enough need to stop and check it out. Let's go across the road, see if we can get over there without getting run over. You got Bell House Gifting Antiques there. And right next to that, you got Spring Brew, coffee and ice cream. Got you a walk-up window. And then you got the Peddler, home decor gifts, fudge and more. And you got Martha Jane's fudge since 1970. Feature flavor this week, peanut butter chocolate. That'll make your tongue want to slap your brains out to get a piece of that. So yeah, Martha Jane's fudge shop. And right next to Martha Jane, you got Stagecoach Pizza Company. It's during the middle of the week. Right now they're closed. Shucks. Stagecoach Pizza Company. And then of course, if you need some drugs or some medicinal supplies there, you've got the Hometown Pharmacy, J&J Pharmacy, right across the street from the fudge place. Uh-oh, Tim got a piece of fudge. We'll get back to y'all later. All right, right here at the intersection of 411, 53, we got Krista's, etc. Got antiques, collectibles, jewelry, all kinds of stuff.
I'm not gonna ever get out of this town. I don't know what that is, but I'm moving on. And you got Southern Flavor. I'm sure it's probably a restaurant. But bring cash or a card. Well, they no longer accept checks. Looks like a pretty nice place to eat. Southern Flavor. Right here in downtown Cave Springs. And right across the street, we got the general store. Now that, sure enough, looked like a cool store to go in. But you know what? It's closed. And we're gonna get across the road over there. Looks like got a couple of spots we want to look at. Better have your Superman feet on when you cross this road, because these roads come by there. Look here at the general store. They got a blind driver here. I had no idea a driver could see anyway. And you got the historic downtown Cave Spring Welcome Center and Museum, which at the time of filming appears to be closed as well. Look at that. Up in that window, somebody looking out. Let's move on. And just in case you didn't know, this is one of the original routes of the Trail of Tears here. Trail of Tears National Historic Trail, so it's pretty cool. And it looks like we're at the limit on the sip and stroll. Cause we got a sign there, got a sign over there. And then right where that car pulling in, you don't have Pandora's box, you got Pandora's box. Looks like another little antique store to visit. We're gonna turn around and walk back down to downtown here. Like an old house here in downtown Cave Spring. That's pretty cool. I don't see nobody looking out the window like in the visitor center. And even in downtown Cave Spring, it's almost 5 o'clock somewhere. Alright, as we walk across the bridge here in downtown Cave Creek. Cave Spring, that's what it is. That's Cave Creek coming out of the cave. We're gonna go check that out. It's pretty cool. We just passed a couple folks that filling up water jugs here. Get some of this good cave water. And that's where Cave Spring got its name. There's the cave. That's all locked up nice and neat.
How do they catch it?
And there's a spring coming out from under it. See, they got the jugs filled with water. Man, that's some clear water right there. And I don't know if you can see them, but there's some trout right there. Oh, good night. Look at all them.
I do for a baseball.
Man, look at all them trout. Good gracious alive. We're gonna pause the video and I'm gonna go get my fishing rod. And then I'm sure I'll spend a night in jail catching all the folks' trout. Yeah? That is so cool. Even got a swimming hole right there you can swim in. Well, maybe not. No wading or fishing, subject to fine. Even says no nets. Tammy, I met some folks there filling up the jugs. But that's pretty cool. Cave Spring, Northwest Georgia. Y'all get a chance, come visit this place. There's them trout again. Good gracious alive, look at all that. You know that's killing me. Alright folks, that's going to wrap up the video here in Cave Spring, Georgia. If you liked it, be sure to give it that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, we greatly appreciate you consider doing that. And we got a pond full of trout over there, so we say when we're planning our next new video adventure, why not go catch one of these trout hanging out in the pond?